Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Pardon me. The first channel that we're looking at today is called Butler Family Farm, and this is somebody who I'm somewhat still getting to know. I've watched enough now to understand, they're coming to us from the homesteading community of channels. They're doing indoor and outdoor homesteading activities. I group a lot of these channels together: farming, gardening, ranching, homesteading, camping, and things like that. A lot of the creators behind these channels have an instinctive nature in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. And I find that wonderful because it's a generosity, and most, if not all, of these creators are also willing to show the failures as well as the successes for the purpose of helping other people get things right a little bit faster. Butler Family Farm lives now on 116 acres in Missouri, and they, like I said, are bringing us all of the homesteading and farming activities that we see typically in channels like this. They also have livestock, and you can get more information about their story on their About page and through their videos. But they have a herd of cattle, goats, several donkeys, a couple of horses, llamas, and chickens. And when the farming day is done, they keep busy with bowling and woodworking, quilting, and other fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gardening, and a little bit of travel and everything in between. They've gotten into canning recently and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with these creators. And the thing about Butler Family Farm is this is another story where this channel came into the Tuber Chat family just a little while ago. I think it's been just under a couple of months now, but I immediately see them out supporting other creators all the time. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. We do that so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. So thank you, Sweet Caramel Smile, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support to get us started for today. And we will look at that channel next before I start spinning the wheel. The wheel and the screen here in Tuber Chat, for anybody that's new to us for today, it's always open to everyone. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member. In the case of super chatters, we put them on the screen right away in order, and in the case of members, they get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But we expect to be here for at least 2.5 hours, so that's lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. And after a long while, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. It's much more about conversation in the chat than it is about how long you're here. But hopefully everybody's feeling welcome. I'm just getting Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs onto the wheel. Just Doing Our Best is here as well, another prepping channel. I never say prepping when I talk about farming, ranching, gardening, and homesteading channels, but prepping is a big thing. Preparedness and self-sufficiency, of course. Chris Shirley Babies is here. Be Amazing Sylvia, a dear friend for over 3 years now, could be 3.5. Now I'm starting to really lose count about a lot of the friendships that have been made. I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years now, getting close to 6, and some creators like Be Amazing Sylvia have been helping people with their YouTube journey all this time. They are inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat, and she still, after 500 episodes, comes back as often as she can to support others. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. And I'm just going to have a look at who else is here. It takes me a few moments to get through the introduction, so I do appreciate everybody being patient with me. First in the door today is actually a longtime friend, Clayton Irish Den. So good to see you here. And from the UK, there's First Floor Audio. Thank you for coming in. Challenging Kitchen is in the house. Desired Outcome is here. Thank you for coming in early. Dutchfly61 is in the house, and Hilma Israel is back. Josie Rain is here with us. Life at the Logans needs to be added to the wheel. They happen to be a member, and Little Ridge Farm I see in here as well. Pardon me while my copy and paste doesn't want to work. Like I said, it takes me a moment to get through our introductions, and thank you everybody for coming in so early. The last stream we did was a late night stream, or somewhat late. But we mix up the days and times here so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Storytime with Uncle Bill's in the house. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs and M&T Living and Cooking are both with us. Mom Knows Treasures MKT, good to see you here. And Nicholas Family Adventures is here as well. I've got them on the wheel already. Texas Made Food is in the house. It's been a while, but it's great to have you here. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie are with us again, and the Fix It ladies here every single day. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina is here, and Tiny Twist Resin Creations is in the house. Yellow Shirt Dad has been making appearances every day since finding Tuber Chat just a couple of weeks ago, and One Busy Mama is definitely the hardest working woman in show business. They are in everybody's chat all the time and manage to post frequently. JG Journeys, good to see you in the house. Eli's Lifestyle is in the house. Eli's Life is in the house. Pardon me, I'm trying to rush through the introductions, but thank you everybody for such a busy beginning to today's stream. We'll get to spinning the wheel shortly, but again, we're looking at Butler Family Farm, and this is our featured channel for today. And like I said, I feature channels based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community, and Butler Family Farm is not only making frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat right away since finding us, but they're generously sharing knowledge on their own channel, and I see them out supporting other creators when I'm out trying to bounce in between premieres and live streams as well. So I hope you'll connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about, and I'm sure you'll enjoy some of that support coming back from them as well. Prince of Darkness, good to see you in the house, and Get to the Farm is here as well. Lisa's Fun Finds, it's good to have you in the house with us also, so thank you for coming in. And Scratchin' PPA, of course, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 5.5 years on YouTube, and he is literally the reason why I say he and a few others seem to be everywhere all the time. Michael's Adventures sends his regards. He is here as often as he can be as a beloved and dedicated moderator, but he's just out due to a work schedule. He'll be back likely next weekend. Baron, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Dutchfly61 will likely be happy to have that because I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. Baron is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then if Benchan Games is in the house, just let me know if you're here. And if not, they'll likely be here at some point in the next 2.5 hours. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Sweet Caramel Smile is a member, but they also dropped a super chat right before we got started today. So we're going to look at that channel right away. Baron will be up next because of that gifted membership. And then we will get to spinning the wheel soon. Prince of Darkness is also dropping a super chat on us, so thank you for that. We'll get them up right after Baron. And Sup Rio, good to see you in the house. Coffee Walks and whatever. It's great to have you here. Thank you for coming in. And for anybody that's brand new today, or if you haven't been to Tuber Chat too many times yet, the best success is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them in all the ways you wish they would do for you, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. It starts by making a conversation in the chat. Reach out to anybody you'd like to. Everybody's here to connect. Just please take your time, meet people one by one, and if you follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Baron, thank you for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We'll be looking at that channel in another moment. So Sweet Caramel Smile is up here right now. They're fairly new to Tuber Chat, just coming in within the last month, but they've been making frequent appearances as well. So I've still got to get to know their channel, but they have already got some delicious looking content, and I see that just a couple of days ago they put a brand new shepherd's pie video up, which is something I used to make all the time. I can't cook better than to save my life, but I can do a couple of things. But shepherd's pie was one of the things I used to make all the time. I should get back into doing that. But I'm going to see how you've done it here. Almost one block shepherd's pie. Interesting. Okay, I'll see how you've done that. But Sweet Caramel Smile is now at 90 subscribers. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and beyond all the time. So thank you again, Sweet Caramel Smile, for your super chat. Next up is going to be Baron. Now, Baron has a really short and popular name. So when I look for this creator, I usually save my his handle in the browser because I've looked for that before. If you're able to, it's best for all creators if we search, find, and click on each other's names so that eventually we'll rise up the search results and YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Baron. If you have the time or ability right now to actually search Baron out and scroll through all the search results to find them, it's best for them, but I did just put their handle into the chat. It's Baron1308, and that might help you find them if you need to. Miss Canadian Scrapper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Sean the Great Gamer is here with us. That's another long time friend. They've been with Tuber Chat pretty much from the beginning. And Feathered Friends Homestead is here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Baron gifted a membership earlier, as well as dropping a super chat. But this is obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with 624 subscribers right now. So hopefully we can push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. What Baron will do more than anything else are shout-out videos, usually for public figures and celebrities, but they kind of mix it up and have involved some YouTubers as well. They post usually every day and often multiple times a day. So there's lots to see on their channel in shorts, videos, and live streams. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them, and thank you again for the extra generosity, Baron. And next up is Prince of Darkness for dropping a super chat on us. We'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. So if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm going to get to Prince of Darkness through their go to channel link, and I want to see just if I go into the search results here how easy it is to find them if we use our filters and tell YouTube we want to go into a channel. See, we're already subscribed to this creator, but their name is popular. So as you can see, there's lots of channels with the same name. So scrolling through the search results can take another moment for this creator as well. So what I'm going to do is go back to their channel through the go to channel link, and I'm just going to get their handle. So if you're on a computer, this is easier to do, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wipe out my URL, and I'm just going to put their handle in there, and then when I hit enter, now that's going to be saved in my browser. I'm also going to add a bookmark just so that it comes up a little bit easier. So the next time we have to look for Prince of Darkness, I'll be able to hopefully remember that that's King Vapes Gaming. They've actually been a long-time friend, so it's great to have you back in the chat, by the way, but thank you for that. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. And let me just get this handle as well. So here's one thing that's interesting to notice is that the handle is different than the name. They must have renamed the channel, but kept the handle King Vapes Gaming. We knew them as that name for a long time. Jeremy DDay's in the house, another longtime friend who's been with Superchat from the beginning. Let's get Jeremy DDay onto the wheel, as they happen to be a member. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. If you add a name from a title to find them, often search for videos of hitties. I'm not sure if I quite get that, get to the farm, unless you're talking about a specific channel. Tiny Twist Resin Creations, thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully everybody's having fun meeting each other in the chat right now. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get a channel up onto the screen right now. When we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I'll add some names to our chat list, or in about an hour and a half, whichever comes first. Chris Shirley Babies is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel for today. They're here with us every day as well since finding us just a few weeks ago. Chris Shirley Babies is somebody I'm still getting to know. And I'm just going to hit their About page for a second and see what they've got going on here. So there's a lot of information for everybody to catch when you get there. And then we see the variety in videos. Most of these are quite short. Now, when we're connecting with creators, it's very important that we're watching a video that's 3 minutes or longer, if possible, and watching that video from beginning to end. They've got a longer one here. There's a 5-minute video here. If you see this Florida Flywheelers, this video would be a perfect one to connect with. They've also got live streams. Anybody can use a longer live stream like this 5-minute one here. Shorts are not advisable to connect with, but of course I only ever talk about the minimums here. We talk about what we know has been working for all of these years, about 3 years now. And that's the procedure that's listed in our video description. But everybody's, of course, free to do more. I only talk about what we know works. You notice when I put channels on the screen, 999 times out of 1,000, they are subscribed. Almost nobody ever loses Tuber Chat, right? But I've been doing the same procedure all of this time, and even when I'm out in your live streams or your premieres and people are wanting to connect, that's exactly how I do it. But of course, anybody's free to watch longer videos or more videos. Playlists are a great tool for staying caught up with creators. You're, of course, free to grab a couple of extra videos for any creator, put them in your watch later list or another playlist that you make up, and that will help show YouTube that you went back for seconds or thirds because you cared so much about that creator's content. Susan A., thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will be put up next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. You'll notice that Susan A. dropped a super chat, and then Bautissimo comes in right after and drops a link right after. That happens every time. And then Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house. Oh, I see. Get to the Farm is talking about the channel I Want to Know, if I understand right. Yes, they're a longtime friend of Tuber Chat as well. One of the things that anybody can do, if you're a channel and you find that people are telling you they're having trouble finding you a lot of the time, what you can do is take your most popular video or one of your most popular videos, doesn't matter how popular they are, just that they're one of your most popular, and take some kind of a word like a keyword out of the title of one of those videos, and then just tell them, for instance, if you wanted to search, like, you know, if somebody couldn't find TuberChat, they might say search TuberChat Connect and it would come up, or search TuberChat Grow and it will come up. I'm sure it does for everybody already, but you know what I mean. The Bullock Experience, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mama 4 Boys is here also. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. There's Life with Mountain Folk from Georgia in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Susan A is coming up right now because they dropped a super chat on us. So let's see what they've got going on their channel for today. Susan A is somebody who's also been coming in pretty much every day since finding TuberChat, and that's only a few weeks ago. They've got 222 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. Small Town Reviews, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's mentioned, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Susan A, let's see what she's got going on for today. She's been posting multiple times a day. Look at this, 3 videos today, which is cool. I'm going to take the longest of the 3, and I'm going to put that in my catch-up list here. And I'm just going to see what they're doing with live streams. This is something that they might start doing. They did one to get started, I believe. And then some more shorts. I think they've put out a couple of these actually just recently, maybe even today. So that's very cool. And Susan A, like I said, is here with us frequently. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and getting some of that support coming back to you as well. Thank you one more time for another super chat. They've done that before. And Jedi Cameron is coming up. That was Hyper Blitz. They recently renamed their channel, but Jedi Cameron is how we're going to know them from now on. They do a lot of gameplay on their channel and have expanded their content recently. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And then again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There is something I should mention for a quick second. We don't want to get too far into the idea of trolling and stuff like that. We're very lucky here. We haven't had a lot of disastrous trolling in a very long time. And we've never really had like too much here in the chat. A lot of that stuff goes on behind the scenes. But what I can tell you, because now I have been on YouTube for almost 6 years, is that every year is the same thing. There are, I know this is not going to make sense, but I promise you this is what I observe. Even though there's climates in the world, or because of climates in the world similar to where I am, which happens to be in Canada, we have extreme cold, things like snowstorms that happen this week, and it keeps people indoors, things like that. You know, the top of the northern hemisphere has a lot of this climate that keeps people inside during the months of January, February, right into March. So the trolls are out in full force, it seems, over the last month. But I just want to let everybody know, if you've seen any of this or if you're experiencing any of it, the worst of the worst always seems to dissipate after about 2 weeks. It can feel like an eternity while it's happening, but it will pass, and usually around April things calm back down. It's after some of us in certain time zones that change our clocks. I know it sounds weird that this is the way, but it really is. After the clocks change in October, the trolls come out, and after the clocks change back, they seem to go outdoors again or something, which is the weirdest thing. I just wanted to mention it because I know I've seen a few of the usual suspects out there, and we just wanted to make sure, like I said, I know it's a negative thing. It can take its toll on anybody. One of the things I want to recommend is to never engage if you can possibly stand it. Even sometimes when trolls come around, they might email you, they might catch you on another social network, they might come into your chat and just act ridiculous. Even when they get to know your name, like for those of you who don't know, my first name is Kevin. A troll might come in and say, like, Kevin, you're a scam artist, you're this and that, you're harassing my family, and blah, blah, blah. It's the same story all the time. but they don't actually know you. They're just trying to get their rise out of whoever they're trolling at the moment. They will move on to the next one. But I just wanted to mention it because I know I've heard a little bit about that over the last couple of weeks, especially the last month. But I promise you it passes in almost every case. Wajoram, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Andre Southgate, I'm not sure if I said hello when you came in. Mama 4 Boys having a diaper emergency. I don't wish that on anybody. But that's you obviously are have got your hands full. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is dropping a super chat on us, so we'll look at that channel next. M&T Living and Cooking is here with us just about every single day as well, and I see them out supporting other creators also. So let's have a look at their channel, and then we're going to get to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. So when we look at this channel, we see 643 subscribers. There is some delicious looking content on this channel, but they've got quite a bit of variety. So they take us out. That's a hobby shop video there, for instance. When we dig through some of their videos, you see what I'm talking about. There's a mac and cheese. You know that's going to be a popular video. And then some more variety. They're taking us indoors, outdoors, a lot of how-to videos, kind of giving us a look around, which is cool. And then live streams are something that's frequent, and some shorts videos, which are great. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and the variety that you'll find when you get there. Our new land, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's get the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch up here. This is Susan. And this is somebody who's incredibly supportive. She will inspire us in a spiritual way while we're with her, especially for live streams. I've caught the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch several times for live streams. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Gaming Ham is here as well. Let's get them onto the wheel. They happen to be members. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Just Jason Keto is in the house. I'm hoping at some point to be able to join them on a panel. They've graciously invited, whether we'll do something specific or maybe I'll try knocking on the door when they've got a general panel going on their channel. Just Jason Keto is going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living on their channel. Yeah, the life of sweet angel Christina. Sometimes it goes pretty quick here. But there's always a lot of creators that come through. The other day we might have had well over 150, we know for sure, but maybe even as close as almost 200 come through in a 3.5 hour period, which I think was a record stream. TCG fam, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And they've been a longtime friend as well. So when we look at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, this is another creator that I group into the homesteading community of channels, which include prepping as well as farming, ranching, gardening, typical homesteading channels, most of the outdoor channels. I even sometimes group fishing and camping in there as well, because there's a similarity between the creators in the mentality and wanting to share knowledge and resources with others and each other. And there's a lot to learn on a lot of these channels. You can see right here, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, some of the videos that they've got right on the front here show us that they're going to be either in the kitchen or doing something else that's going to be a how-to type video. There is a lot of delicious looking content on the channel when we get through some of these, but Susan seems to be pretty busy. When we look at these live streams, you'll see I've been lucky enough to catch them lately. And they'll always invite you to meet more friends and family members when you're there. They've got a lot of shorts videos too, which is great to see. And almost 900 subscribers now. They're halfway on the road to 900. She Stole My Thunder is another Canadian friend from the Montreal area. And they have just dropped another gifted membership, which they've done before. Mama 4 Boys will be happy to have that. And they're a little bit busy right this second, but they'll likely be back with us shortly. But I've got them on the wheel now, so thank you for that. And let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here. If anybody has mentioned something in the chat that you meant for me to see, then just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The Bud Files are here with us every day, and they're also out supporting others constantly. To be honest with you, this is another channel where I don't know how they do it because they're posting frequently. They've always got something on their channel. So here's a premiere, and I've got my notification on. That's going to run today in about 7 hours from now. But they've also got live streams, and I've caught them a few times on these. They're going to either teach us things or take us for a look around. They might be playing a game or dancing. This is a great one to roll over there. That's a good example. And then shorts videos, they've got a lot of these as well. And they've got a great back and forth between these creators. Now, what they intend is to be modern day archaeologists, and they seek to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video on their channel. They take us to abandoned places like ghost towns, cemeteries, and graveyards. But there's a lot more variety on the channel actually as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push them towards the 1,100 subscribers they're thinking about. She Stole My Thunder just gifted a membership, and we treat those like super chats. So we're going to look at that channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So She Stole My Thunder, like I said, comes to us from the Montreal area in Canada, a fellow Canadian. And on their banner, they tell us that they review art, movies, books, and more. There's actually a lot more to this channel, pardon me. This creator, in the most recent live stream, where did it go? Where did your, oh, was that it? Yes, how to do a thumbnail. How to do a thumbnail using Canva. So that's a program that we talk about once in a while, or an app. It's a website and an app. It's free. You can get it on iPhone or Android, and on the website and the tablets and everything else. It really is free, and they really do have like tons of templates. I most often use it for motivation myself. For anybody that's followed my personal channel for the last long while, you'll see that one of the most recent thumbnails I did was a copy of something that I saw on Canva. Now, Canva can be a great tool for anybody who is not a graphic designer. And if you are a graphic designer, it could just make things really speedy for you because they have templates ready to go, and you're just changing the text, the colors, the photo if you have one, if that's what it is appropriate, and it's very, very quick. So She Stole My Thunder just did a tutorial for that. And there's a few creators here that we know use it. I happen to be a Photoshop guy, so I use it for inspiration. And what I do is I find something that I like, and then I just recreate it. But look at some of these thumbnails. So you can see these are likely examples of those templates. But that's just one tiny aspect of what She Stole My Thunder is going to do. They take us out in their area to have a look around. They do review books, movies, art, and more, and then there's stories to be told and more helpful videos, including the other social networks like Reddit. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She Stole My Thunder has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. And I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you after you connect with them as well. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. So I'll mention it again. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Little Ridge Farm is coming up right now. This is Mark, and what he has going on his channel right now is rebuilding. So they come to us again from the homesteading community of channels, but they actually have an interesting story, quite devastating actually. Their house burned down literally this year, and they're in the process of rebuilding. And on the channel you're going to get some typical vlogging content, but you're also going to get the story in living through that disaster and then rebuilding afterwards. And what I find most compelling about the creator behind this channel is their tenacity and perseverance in literally like being so supportive to other creators. And I've caught them literally out there saying things like, you know, it could be worse. There's people in the world who have it worse than I do and things like that. And, you know, I don't think there's any doubt in their mind about the ability to rebuild, probably bigger and better than before. But they also are really supportive to other creators, and I see that generosity coming back to them in a lot of people supporting them to help spread the story and spread the message and promote their channel. And then Clayton's Irish Den. I'm not sure about getting a community tab back if you don't have one right now. I noticed that my robot, Bottissimo, welcomed you today. Clayton's Irish Den. I'm not sure if that's because you might have done something specific to your channel or restarted, but there are verifications that need to be done for every channel. So if you go in the YouTube studio into your channel settings, which is in the bottom left, and then you look for some of the features that require verification. You might have to use at least an email. You might have to turn two-factor authentication on. You'll have to verify with a phone number. But that should be enough to unlock the community tab if I'm not wrong. Now, I could be mistaken because I haven't had to go through that. I haven't had one disappear and had to put it back. Bearded Eagle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The Wine Cellar, good to have you in the house. King Morgan is here as well, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. The Moody Artist is a dear friend for a long, long time. They're also going to teach you how to do some graphic art, as a matter of fact, as opposed to graphic design. And then let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel ready to go. Little Ridge Farm, we'd love to push towards the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about. The next channel that we're going to look at is Lexo Motorsports. And again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Lexo Motorsports has got a lot of speed going on their channel. More than anything else, you'll find racing. They have a series they call All Out Call Out. So I'm just going to grab their latest video with what looks like a four-wheeler to me. I'm going to put that in the catch-up list. I'm still learning from this channel. We don't have any areas like this that I would imagine anywhere in Canada, or at least not close to me, where I could see anything like this. So, you know, one of the things I enjoy about YouTube and what we're all doing and supporting each other is that I like the real-world look that we give each other of our different areas of the world for people who are doing this kind of outdoor content. And you can imagine, so, you know, Tuber Chat now, I follow well more than 4,500 channels, and 99.9% of those or more have less than 10,000 subscribers. And I love the real world look that we get. So Lexo Motorsports is going to show us a lot of different types of vehicles and racing, but they also get into saltwater aquariums, which is an interesting addition to the channel, but very cool at the same time. It definitely sets them apart, makes them unique, but Lexo Motorsports has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. Of course, they're a member, so they were already on the wheel. And then, if anybody has mentioned anything in the chat that you meant for me to see, like that I missed, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Just Doing Our Best is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And Just Doing Our Best is another creator who's here with us frequently. Now, this is another channel that's going to help us with preparedness. So when I say prepping channels, this is an example of what I'm talking about. They help us with self-sufficiency. A lot of the ideas behind these channels are to live off the land, grow our own food, raise our own livestock, things like that. Now, depending where you live and, you know, your environment, whether it's indoors or outdoors, you may or may not be able to engage in every activity that they talk about. But we also have channels in the Tuber Chat family that are going to help us understand how to do some of the homesteading activities that can help with preparedness, no matter the size of your operation. Actually, Kristen, my girlfriend Kristen Welton, who you often see in the chat on the weekends, has a little system where she's able to grow herbs here in the apartment. And some of our friends, Hope Bus, we went and visited, that were they're about half an hour away from us to the north, another Canadian friend, and they literally put a basil plant and a tomato plant in our hands and said, here, get started, get going. And I think it's wonderful to see channels like this where you have people willing to help educate each other, give each other the tips, the tricks, and the shortcuts, especially when we have different climates to deal with as well. Purple Tube is in the house, another longtime friend, and the J. Jordan, thank you for coming in. I'm going to get Purple Tube on the wheel. The J. Jordan I just added. I'm waiting for my copy and paste to work here again. It works, it's just that when the chat is moving, I'm trying to copy a name out of the chat, and the chat moves, as you can imagine. And then, yeah, Countertop Herb Garden, that's exactly what that is, Bearded Eagle. They know exactly what I'm talking about, yes. But it's wonderful, you know, and Kristen was telling me that this basil plant that Hope Bus gave us last year is just literally a plant, not like a, you know, contraption or anything like that. Kristen was telling me she was taking about 10 leaves a week off of that thing, if I understood right. First Floor Audio, thank you for another super chat. That's Lee, talented music producer. I'm going to get their channel up onto the screen right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. First Floor Audio, like I said, a talented music producer, and what you'll find here is that Lee is interesting. Coming from the UK, this creator is able to produce many different styles of music. They also sing and perform. When you catch them on their channel, you can catch them in the middle of any of it. They allow us to influence and interact with them while they're producing music, which I think is really cool. You'll find all their music available on their channel, and they have a series here called Radio 1FA, where they feature all their music in a compilation. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They are recently monetized with super chats and memberships available, and on their way now to 1,100 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. First Floor Audio is here with us almost every day, and usually towards the top of our list for interaction here in Super Chat, for which I'm grateful. So we're going to go on break for about 3 minutes. We're going to come back and look at Nicholas Family Adventures. Alright, we're back and looking at Nicholas Family Adventures, which is another longtime friend of Superchat. I can see I'm a little bit behind. I'm just going to grab their latest, what looks like a product review video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, and that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Thank you for everybody coming in. Coach Mary Ma's in the house, and Scratch and PPA noticed they've got a monetization celebration coming up today, so we'll check that out when we get their channel up on the screen. Won't be too long. They are on the wheel already as a member. As well, Feathered Friends Homestead asked a question: do shorts count towards watch hours? They do not in a typical sense. So YouTube has changed or added a possibility in a way to join the YouTube Partner Program regardless of watch hours. And what that is if your shorts views can hit 10 million in 90 days, which I know sounds like a lot. It's probably just as difficult to do that as it is to get 4,000 hours of watch time if you're a very serious shorts producer. And I'm going to go off on a tangent here and just mention, when we're thinking about shorts, right, production value is very important. If you're somebody who's watched a lot of TikTok or Instagram Reels or even YouTube Shorts themselves, you'll see that the videos that are doing the best and presented most often are the ones with high production value. So when you think about a 10-minute video that you might be making on your channel, for me, a typical 10-minute video just of a product review or something simple like a how-to video can take me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to film and another hour or 2 hours to produce. And that includes basically altogether the thumbnail and the description and tags and all that other stuff. But, you know, we're talking hours here. If you're not spending the same amount of time that you do on your long-form content on your shorts, in my opinion, you can't expect them to move and be the kind of shorts that are going to get you that 10 million views in 90 days. But I'm not saying I'm right. It's just a thought. But YouTube specifically lets us know that shorts views do not count towards typical watch time. So that's why they added that separate path so that we can use shorts to get into the partner program. So it's something to think about. I'll show you a little hack here, actually. So if you wanted to know, and I can't be sure whether this is going to count for watch hours or not, but shorts are so short that, you know, I have a hard time imagining that they would make a real dent in your watch hours anyway. But let's have a look at this video of the dog doing the dishes here. Now, I'm not going to watch the video, but I want to show you something. First, we'll give it a thumbs up. You see in my URL here in the address bar on my Chrome web browser. I happen to be on a computer, so it's easier to do here than it is on a phone. But if I grab this URL and I pull out the word shorts and I change that for the word watch, you'll see what happens. This video now comes up in a format like a typical video. Now, I can't be sure whether watch hours are going to count if the video is watched in this way, but it's so few and far between that anybody's ever going to catch your video in this way if it's a shorts video that I can't believe it would help. But this is just a hack you can use. It makes it really easy to share this video. So I'm just going to share this out. And I'm going to, oh, well, okay, yeah, I'll just share it right now. I was going to schedule it, but I forgot. You can't schedule when you share it out from this area. If you take the video URL and do the sharing out on your community tab itself, you get the opportunity to schedule. Some of you will know what I mean. But that's an example of something that can make it easier to share because shorts are difficult to put out the way everything else is. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then Ekjot YT, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Oh, the shorts are the only thing that gets views. I know what you mean, Feathered Friends Homestead, but everything builds over time, right? So let's say when you're starting your YouTube journey, your videos might get anywhere from, 1 view to 5 views to 10 views, and over time might grow to 20 and a little bit more. But everything grows, including your averages. So there's a day that you're looking at your videos and they're getting 5 or 10 or 20 views. And then a few months later, your videos are getting 10, 20, or 30 views. And then a few months later, they're getting 30, 40, and 50 views. And eventually, there will be a day for every creator that will have an opportunity to have every video hit 100 views the first day that you put it out. It can take some time. It's not a race. Channels move at different speeds. We never really understand why, if there's not typical difference or obvious differences between them. But I promise you, on every channel that I touch, and basically almost every channel that I see, that's the case. I believe that everybody can have 10,000 subscribers if they want to. If you truly want to, I believe that you can. 100,000 and 1 million only becomes questionable because that can take years, and we don't know what the world or YouTube is going to look like 2 or 3 years from now. The last 2 or 3 years have been an example of how the world can be in complete disarray. So that's just an idea. But eventually they move up. Mama 4 Boy says they're at 70 to 100. Does it help to schedule or share on the community tab straight away? So the Gaming Ham, I do a lot of sharing. So I share now 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day on the Superchat community tab. But I schedule them out because I put a post every 2 hours. So I do it specifically. The only exception is what you saw just there. Because the community posts need time to get out there. And one of the things you can think about community posts, I'll tell you this is a hint for everybody. It's the #1 thing that I am thanked for on YouTube as the host of Superchat. If you can imagine, many creators reach out. Anybody can. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. But it's the #1 thing that I'm thanked for. So you can imagine the impact that actually has, right? Community posts get seen. But it can take a little bit of time. So I do it every 2 hours. They actually recommend not to do that. They recommend not to abuse your community tab. But here in Superchat, I know that it's effective because of the messages that I get from people when we do it. And, I'm just going to continue what I'm doing anyway. Pardon me, the Bullock experience. Funny that they post the same short on YouTube and TikTok, and TikTok account gets a lot more views. Now, that can go the other way as well. Kelly Bullock from the Bullock Experience is mentioning. I have the opposite thing happening for me right now. I just put up a couple of shorts this week on my personal channel. One of them got 1,000 views. The other one got 400 or something like that. On TikTok, I think one of them got 4 views and the other one got 12. Now, I don't use TikTok as much, and I'm still talking about my personal stuff, not Superchat. So, that has a different dynamic to it as well. But TikTok is not somewhere where I seem to do well at all. I've had a couple videos fly, but you'd have to go through them and see. Again, it comes down, I believe, to production value, and I haven't put the time and effort into really making good shorts videos. So I'm not in a position to complain about it yet, but TikTok hasn't served me well just yet. Still, my focus is always on YouTube. TikTok secondary to me. But it is advisable, if anybody has time, to put as much effort as you can into the other social networks, because you can draw traffic into your YouTube channel, and you never know if you're going to blow up on another network. We've had a couple of people come through the Superchat family that have moved on because they've done better on Instagram or better on TikTok. Wayne's World Unlimited is just asking a question. GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel, thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel now. What to do if another channel takes your logo and puts it on their channel? You could just report. Wayne's World Unlimited. I would report it. I would get a couple of friends that you trust to do the same thing. They have a system where you can go to somebody's channel, and when you hit the About page, you get this flag, report user. Don't do it to the J. Jordan, but you can do it to somebody who's violating the YouTube terms and guidelines, and just report them. If you get a couple of friends to do it, if they're willing, that can help. And there's a form that asks, if they're impersonating you and stuff like that. I talked about trolling earlier in the stream today, and I really don't talk about it often, but the worst of the worst usually dissipates after a couple of weeks. And it's usually the worst from January to March. And I believe that has to do with the climate and the fact that there's more people online, there's more people indoors. I could be wrong, but this is what I've observed over the last 5 or 6 years, because I promise you I've gotten it just as bad as everybody else, right? It's usually behind the scenes. But it's the same story. Once you see that stuff once, you see it twice, you see it 3 times, and you realize the same things are said by the same people, because YouTube has no barrier to entry, right? If you are a young child going to school for the first time and you cannot mentally handle what the school is offering and the way they want you to handle it, you're processed in a different way. They put you in different special programs and things like that. As an adult, when you go out to try to get a job, if you can't mentally handle that job, you don't get the job, or they give you something else maybe simpler to do. But on YouTube and other online services, there's no barrier to entry. Anybody can come on, anybody can act however they want, and while YouTube wants to tell us that they do things to help, they don't, because they'd stop if it was, if it was serious. They give us tools to slow it down a little bit, but they haven't prevented the nonsense from coming on. So that's just an idea. I don't want to whine and complain about it too much. But the worst of the trolling, like I said, usually dissipates after a while. If you are experiencing it or seeing any of it, it usually calms down after March. So a few weeks from now, we should start seeing a lot less of it. The J. Jordan is here with over 2,100 subscribers, moving on towards 2,200 soon. This creator will often say that their channel is meant to promote others. They're on all the time, either on their own channel or other people's channels. And it's fitness first over here. The J. Jordan starts with fitness in live streams and videos every single day. And then sometimes they take us out either bowling or on another adventure. And they're often found on other people's channels sharing content on StreamYard panels and things like that as well. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, put it in my catch-up list, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. And then, if I've missed anything that anybody's mentioned in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open. Hopefully catch it the next time around. Dr. Wes is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They've been here with us a few times now after finding us just about a week or 2 ago. Dr. Wes is somebody I'm still getting to know, obviously, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video here. It's a birthday party video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. If anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coastal Water is in the house. It's good to see you here. I'm going to get you onto the wheel between Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman. They always have a membership going, so I always show those channels together now because it's actually a husband and wife combo. Yeah, millions are tough. Wayne's World Unlimited, I'll tell you that. One of the things I think that a lot of creators realize after getting into the YouTube Partner Program is that AdSense is not going to make probably anybody a millionaire. It's nice to have extra money coming in, and believe me, I promise you someday I'll tell stories, but I really do understand how much even $20 a month, $50 a month, or $100 a month can be life-changing for people to relieve pressure and things like that. But there are lots of ways to make money on YouTube, and one of the biggest ways is with affiliate programs like Amazon or Commission Junction and other places like this. There are sponsored videos that will eventually probably come your way. Almost every channel eventually starts getting emails. You have to be careful because there's a lot of scams out there, but there's a lot of legit companies that now understand that advertising can be very effective when done through influential creators on different platforms like YouTube. So an idea would be, let's say you do product reviews, right? Somebody could send you something. I'm just looking for something I can mention, but like, this is not a good example, but let's say this air duster can. This is one of those things to blow the dust off the screen and the keyboards and stuff. But you could get a company like that to send you a couple of those and say, like, would you review the product? And then you certainly could. So you've got something to use that saves you money on something you might have already bought, or in the case of something a little more intricate like a tech review of a keyboard or a mouse or some headphones or something like that, you could always wrap it up and sell it on eBay after you've unboxed it if you're not going to use it. So that's an idea. And then Sam's Vlogs Trains and More, thank you for coming in. I might have been confused when I was writing this weekend in what I was going to do about the times. I continuously experiment with different ideas. I may have accidentally said that the times were going to be wrong for this weekend. The moderators I usually notify that we're going to have specific times for the streams. Yeah, postcard and a pint, it's very possible. As a matter of fact, I can tell you this as well. So if you look at Superchat, we have 4,500 subscribers here, and now on my personal channel, I'm at 9,900. But I was the last one to get sponsored videos coming in, or sponsored product reviews myself. I've had product reviews that have come because somebody else got a sponsorship opportunity, and then the person who deals with them asked, hey, do you know anybody else? And then I was able to be included in that. But only recently, only in the last 6 months, did I finally get my own first email about sponsorships. Now, it depends on your channel, your niche, what they find when they get there. I do a lot of variety, and I've got some videos with some low views. I've got some videos with some really high views, but it depends on what they're looking for, right? A lot of creators that I've heard of have gotten sponsorship opportunities after about 800 subscribers. So anything's possible. And then again, you just want to be careful about that stuff. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in there. A member. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More, who just came in, is actually a member and a moderator. So we'll see what they've got going on soon enough as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Coastal Water is up here right now, and this creator is often found with her husband, Backlash Fisherman. You see his channel here. We'll look at that in a moment. They have a third channel, actually, that's a family channel here. They may eventually put some more content on that. But this is a channel with a lot of family togetherness. Now, Coastal Water will take us both indoors and outdoors. She teaches us how to make a few things in the kitchen sometimes, as well as what she's best known for are these live streams where she takes us for a car confession. And these are just stories to be told, or a ride-along live stream type of thing. And both Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water do this. They're often found on each other's channels. But this is a great chance to get to know them. And Coastal Water has been doing this a long time. They're now over 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400. They're thinking about Coastal Waters here with us just about every single day, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. When we look at Backlash Fisherman, we see a first responder. This is Coastal Waters' husband, and they've got a lot of shorts here. Now, it's fishing first on this channel, but Backlash Fisherman will take us on their adventures as well, both fishing and when they're responding as a first responder. They take us for these ride-along live streams, and then as well they have a series called Hobby Hangout, where they're hanging out with other creators, for instance, and creating different types of things on their channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and you see what I mean about some of these ride-along live streams as well, like what we saw with Coastal Water. There she is right there in that thumbnail. And it's wonderful I believe it's just a really wonderful thing to see a husband and wife combo supporting each other in the way that they do. You'll often see them on each other's channels, but they wholeheartedly support each other. The reason why I make so much of a big deal about that all the time is because the number one thing that I hear as a complaint on YouTube is, why is it so hard to get or so difficult to get our in real life friends and family to support our channels as much as we can find people online willing to do it. And I think it just makes it that much more special when we've got these family channels that are supporting each other, even when they're separated, in content, let's just say. Mama 4 Boys is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on their channel for today. They had their hands full for a second, but they actually received a gifted membership today from She Stole My Thunder. So, I'm sure they'll be happy to have that. Mama 4 Boys has 972 subscribers right now. They are getting dangerously close to the magical 1,000. That's a big part of all of our YouTube journeys. Makeup Mom and Son, thank you for coming in. She's a moderator and a gold member, actually. We see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. Boot of Destiny, namaste. Good to see you in the house. Oh, the Stock Explorer sent a few people in. That's great. Thank you to anybody coming in from the Stock Explorer. Nora, I saw, actually went on right before I was setting up for Tuber Chat today. I actually slept in and barely made it for being on time this morning. But that's great, so thank you for that. And the Stock Explorer, there they are. Thank you, Nora, for the raid. I really do appreciate that. The Stock Explorer is actually here as a moderator and a member. So I'll get them onto the wheel right away. Mama 4 Boys is going to bring us delicious looking content more than anything else in both shorts and videos. I'm just going to grab their latest video. They're posting every day now. Wow. I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. Hamburger helper, but homemade here. And then some live streams they might pick up at some point as well. Mama 4 Boys is here almost every day, but I also see them out supporting other creators all the time as well when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. See, yeah, Butler Family Farm says they've been in both places. I'm assuming you mean the Stock Explorers live stream, because I do the same thing. Most of you know this already, but I'm lucky enough to work on a computer all the time, so I've got dual monitors. One of my monitors usually has 4 streams or premieres running at a time, or a playlist or something else, and then I'm focused for a few minutes on each one. I come in, say hello, I leave a lot of them running. I watch when I can if I'm working on the computer, which is a lot of the time, but then like at the end of the night I'll leave a few streams running for a few people to do a favor, or like if I have to step away or get up, those streams can run. We give lots of watch hours to lots of creators. Lots of people do that. Jeremy DDay is coming up. Trish the Natural, thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel. I saw you come in. Jeremy DDay's actually been with me for over 3 years now, probably 3.5, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. There's Corinne's Life as well. She's here as a member and a moderator, and we'll see what she's got going on for today. Another fellow Canadian in the house. And Cruisin' Koozies, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly, to give that thumbs up or say hello or running the stream in the background. I know we've got a few creators willing to do that for a lot of people. Jeremy DDay is the second channel actually from this creator, and now approaching 700 subscribers. There's a lot of variety here. You see some sports and a lot of music, some product reviews here. When we get down to the bottom of the page, we find JD Knight 7 now with 6,400 subscribers. And this, like I said, is a creator who's been with me since before Tuber Chat had even started. When we talk about people like Be Amazing Sylvia, who's still in the chat, JD Knight 7, who's been with us before we started, and there are a good handful of others that still come around after 500 episodes of Tuber Chat. The thing is, we can see the future now, and I can tell you from my own experience that there are people who will literally take interest and truly support you more than you expected that anybody would, and for longer periods of time. You will have friends that will be built, or friendships that will be built literally for years. Destination Fun, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I caught them on a simulcast live stream the other day. Ben Shang Games, how long does it take for the watch hours to update after each stream? The truth of the matter is it can take up to 72 hours, which is a frustration for everybody, but it certainly is true. Oh, Wayne's World Unlimited. Somebody asked a question similar the other day. If you have videos that don't get views, is it worth deleting them? So you could. You could, but the idea is that they're already in the YouTube system as well. So the truth is, we'd have to, you could probably argue the benefit, the pros and the cons all day as to how the algorithm is probably going to take that. But it isn't the worst idea in the world. Certainly, I've even thought about it, especially when it comes to the idea of breaking off into a second channel. If you wanted to start a series of videos on a channel and then you think it's good for itself, meaning, like, let's say you had a variety channel like JD Knight 7 here, and then wanted to do a series of either gameplay or cooking videos or gardening videos or whatever, you might break off into another channel. Then I would make the videos private on the first channel, upload those videos to the second channel, delete them afterwards. If you wanted to, if you're sure. I know it's not the same thing that you're asking, and we have heard of creators trying that with shorts, where you put a shorts video out. If it doesn't get views, you just wait, put it up a few weeks later. That same video might do well. I don't know how well that's going to work with most videos. And hopefully everybody's backing up all their stuff as well. I know it can be a daunting task, but as you go, if possible, if you're lucky enough to be able to have an external hard drive or a cloud service that you can put your videos in, God forbid there was a disaster and you lost a channel, because we've seen that happen, you could start up, let's say JD Knight 7 would do JD Knight 7 Reloaded or something like that, and just start popping a video a day with consistency, and over a little bit of time you could rebuild, right? Hopefully bigger and stronger over time. But it's an idea, so I definitely don't want to recommend it. But it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Again, I just don't know what that does to the algorithm, because once a video's in the system and not gotten a lot of views, the algorithm knows that, right? And the algorithm's always smarter than we think it is. Even when I say that, it's smarter than we think it is. So that's a tough call. But the other thing too is, as we grow in our YouTube journey, we also find instinct that comes along. So while somebody like me might have opinions, and I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, it's more to discuss ideas here and bring my little bit of experience to the table. But as you grow in your YouTube journey, you're going to know, you're going to instinctively understand some of the things that you believe are right for your channel, and you'll be right most of the time, if not all the time as well, even when you hear people possibly giving you ideas that are, first of all, none of their business, but secondly, there's a lot of well-meaning people out there that want to help you, but you'll know in your gut, right, whether an idea might be the right thing for your channel. Not to mention, we can always change our mind, right? Experimentation is a great thing. We can try ideas and try them again and again and change our mind as often as we want. Oh, there's one. Feathered Friends Homestead said they had a video with no views. They reposted it and it got views right away. So it's possible. The other thing too is changing the title, changing the thumbnails, changing the tags, but you can breathe new life into older videos by doing that. So let's say you put your channel up and you get rolling, and 2 years later you've got some videos that just really haven't moved. You can go back and, instead of deleting and reposting them, just change the thumbnail, change the tags, change the description, there's a lot of tricks you can do in cross promotion, which is way too detailed for me to get into here, but that comes into links in descriptions, cards, playlists, and things like that. You might be able to breathe some new life into old videos, including with your community tab, right? Especially if it's evergreen content. I do it all the time. At some point, I hope to show everybody how I do some automated stuff. I've been doing an experiment with my, not on Superchat, but with my personal stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and it's working fantastically, where I'm having older videos that are reposted almost randomly so that you can continue to get views on older stuff, right? Sometimes you'll find a video that doesn't get a lot of views and then does automatically later. And that can be like, let's say if something hits the news. I have a song on one of my, on my personal channel. It's an old, I used to be a DJ. It's a remix that I did. But something must have happened with that artist this year, because that video that never really moved got like an extra 1,000 views or something like that over the last few months. But that's because it sits there and percolates, right? I've got a lot of videos that I put up 2 or 3 years ago, took them what feels like forever to move, but 3 years later, now some of them have 6,000 or 8,000 views, right? Oh, Sam's Logs Trains and More has got a bit of activity going on their channel as well. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If anybody has mentioned something that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at life at the Logans, we want to make sure, first of all, we're getting life at the Logans. You can double check that avatar and make sure we've got the right one. Rambling with the Brooms, another fellow Canadian, good to see you here. Forensic Mystics is the second channel from Oracles and Beyond. Good to see you here. I'm getting Scott from Rambling with the Brooms on the wheel now, as they happen to be a member. Author Marianne Getswicki, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Life at the Logans is here with 1,900 subscribers, officially on the road to 2,000. They're already monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Pedroza Travel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Life at the Logans is a fun-loving family that is going to bring us comedy, as well as reviews, challenges. The skits are where we find the comedy, sermons, and family fun. They will inspire us in a spiritual way as well. They are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I'm just going to grab a Stars Your Way challenge video. It's something that Kayla Marr came up with, and that's another familiar face here in the Tuber Chat family as well. So I'm always happy to see those minor collaborations happening. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours here, just please simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I hope I said hello to Embarkation Nation when they came in. I'm not 100% sure if I said it, but they've been here a while now, and they just came up on the wheel, so we've got them on the screen. I think they changed that banner. They might have even changed the avatar. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Embarkation Nation is somebody who I see out supporting other creators all the time as well. Oh, and that's cool. Wayne's World Unlimited. I'm always happy to hear about people who are running their whole channel either off of a phone or a tablet, because it's certainly possible, that's for sure. iPhone makes it really easy because iMovie is included, right? And then, you know, that's a free program. And I'll tell you, I started with iMovie, and I still use it to this day for some of the things that I do. The only reason that I stepped up to Final Cut Pro is because I just want to understand how to use it and then possibly do tutorials to show people how to do things. But iMovie has, you know, just as much ability, basically, to get a lot of the basic stuff we do on YouTube done. Final Cut Pro, you know, has extra things like color correction and, you know, really advanced features for movie and television and things that I don't think we need to worry about. But Yeah, I used it for a long time. I don't even remember now. I probably did 100 videos with iMovie before stepping up to Final Cut Pro. But I do videos for other channels as well. King 916, good to see you in the house from Sacramento, California. Is a member also. Let's get them on the wheel. Now, Embarkation Nation is going to talk to us about cruising more than anything else. Travel for sure. I'm just going to grab their latest Carnival Vista video and put that in my catch-up list here so I can stay caught up with them. And we've had this influx of cruising content come through. There are a couple of channels that bring us cruising exclusively, but typically travel with cruising as an idea. And I think that that's just, if I was to guess, I'd say that that's because cruising kind of went down in it's not popularity, it's just it was limited for a couple of years there. Now that it's opened back up, we've got more people able to bring us this content, right? Georgia Diving Recovery, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm not drinking enough. My voice is already struggling for today. We'll take a break in another few minutes anyway. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Embarkation Nation. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. I've run into them many times. So hopefully you'll connect with them and enjoy some of that support coming back to you as well. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. Next up is going to be Philip Lemon. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Philip Lemon is up here right now. AACon151, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Philip Lemon is going to bring us a lot of variety in their channel. You can see this here. Channel gear update. This is really cool. And then some video gameplay. As we can see, they really mix these up. Once in a while, we'll get a talking head video and a lot of shorts on the channel as well. Fireball, I like that too. And then some live streams. Maybe they'll pick these back up. It's been a little while, but we'll see. But Philip Lemon's here with us frequently as well. Let's spin the wheel. And then we'll see who's coming up next. And Embarkation Nation, there you go. They love supporting other growing channels, which is great to see. You know, the whole idea behind what we're doing here in Superchat, there are lots of other growth streams. And, you know, I was certainly not anywhere near the first. They'd been around for at least a year before I had ever started this. But the idea is that there are so many generous creators out there. It's not the majority. It's just that there's enough, right? And when I was in my YouTube journey, it was a couple of years before I was introduced to the small YouTuber community, and I was overwhelmed by the generosity of creators willing to help each other. I'll give you an example. The first channel that I started with is not mine, and I still continue to run this channel today. Now it has 24,000 subscribers. But that channel, when we started, was somebody that I work with every day. But this channel, we started by filming the work that we do every day, which is outdoor construction work. It took 6 months to get our first 100 subscribers. When we got the one, well, I say we, but it's his channel, but when he got the 100th subscriber, he had to sit on the phone for half an hour with a friend of 20 years to beg them to click the subscribe button, because we hadn't been introduced to a community like this yet. Everything was organic, and it was quite a struggle. But now that we have a system like this, and this is why I started Superchat as a channel, because I saw so much generosity out there after I was introduced to a lot of creators like Nate Vlogs or Hoops Family Network, and then Be Amazing Sylvia and JD Knight 7, who is now Jeremy DDay, and a lot of other creators as well. I was overwhelmed, and I said, I can't believe these people are willing to help each other. I've never seen an industry in my life where people are willing to push each other along and help each other. I've had a lot of help in my life. I've found generous people, but not in such abundance. So immediately I said, okay, we'll start one of these growth streams, but with the focus being on the friendships, because I know that's where the magic is. And look at what's happening now. So, you know, the days of having to take 6 months to get 100 subscribers are long behind us now, right? And Phil's Creepy Videos, good to see you in the house. Crubby the Beagle, good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming in. Challenging Kitchen is still in the house. And thank you for everybody that came over from the Stock Explorer. They are a dear friend who are here as a moderator and a member. So thank you one more time for that. Songbits Lore is here. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as well. They happen to be a member. Like I said, you know, when I talk about generosity, you know, it's not that it's the majority. I believe that it certainly is not. But it's just YouTube is so big now that we really do have, you know, only the 1% can be the 1%. But when there's 50 million channels out there, the 1% of generous creators are more than enough for us to all be happy, right? Cali King 916 is now at almost 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've got some shorts videos here, but Cali King 916, it's been a while since they've done, I was going to say a video. No, I grabbed this one here. Or was I thinking of live streams? I thought I was just on this channel. Yeah, no, they're doing well. They just did a stream yesterday. I've caught them many times on both. Now, Cali King 916 gives us a real-world look at Sacramento, California. It's very interesting to somebody like me from Canada, where I've only ever seen Sacramento in television or movies, if at all. So I love the real-world look that we get from a lot of these creators taking us outdoors in their areas as well, right? I know I've said that many times. Unstable TV Shorts is in the house. Our friends from Ireland. I will get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. But I also see that Phil's Creepy Videos is dropping a super chat on us as well. So thank you for that extra generous support. They've actually been a longtime friend, so thank you. I will put their channel up on the screen right now, and then we'll get to Rambling with the Brooms, because Scott is also dropping another super chat on us as well. He's done that many times before. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. So Phil's Creepy Videos is a longtime friend, and it's great to have you back in the chat. Over 3,000 subscribers now. You know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from these creators, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine what it takes to get to 3,000 and beyond. Phil's Creepy Videos, I'm just going to go through their videos right now. I've taken your latest one because I can see I'm behind. I put that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up with you. And this is another creator that does a lot of live streaming. Look at these. Oh, it's a complete media book collection. I thought those were vinyl records for a second. I just about jumped out of my chair. But they've got a lot of collectibles, as you can see, and quite a setup in their live streams. But they're also, you know, very warm and welcoming. And hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I guess it's been a while, another couple of months now since I caught them. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and seeing the different types of things they talk about. It's not just horror. It says horror, horror, horror on the channel, but once you get into one of the live streams, the conversation can go just about anywhere. But they've been a long-time friend, so thank you again for the extra generosity today. It's great to have you, like I said, back in the chat. Next up is going to be Rambling with the Brooms for the same reason. And one more time, I'll just say, if anybody would like to swap playlists in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Rambling with the Brooms is Scott. This is our friend here that actually is responsible for fusing a lot of friendships together. This creator has a popular Thursday live stream called Procrastination Thursday, but it can feature other creators. He often does StreamYard panels, and sometimes you see some familiar faces, but he'll also introduce you to other YouTubers as well. He's got some videos here. I'm going to take the summary of the Alaskan group cruise. him and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa have put together a cruise that's going to depart from Seattle in August of 2025 going to Alaska. And we're going to learn more about that, but they're hoping to book 100 rooms with fellow YouTubers on there, so it should be a really unbelievable experience. Now, Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're now on their way towards 1,600 subscribers. They come to us from the homesteading community of channels and happen to be a fellow Canadian closer to our nation's capital, about 6 hours away from me. But they will bring us both indoors and outdoors, sometimes in the sugar shack, sometimes in the kitchen, and sometimes in the other outdoors and indoors areas to give us either a story to be told, a look around, or to introduce us to other creators as well. They're definitely an advocate for helping others grow and hitting different milestones as well. Today's featured channel is Butler Family Farm. They also come to us from the homesteading community of channels, where I group in prepping and farming and gardening and ranching and camping and other outdoor activities, including fishing and other things as well. These creators all seem to want to help each other and others, both sharing knowledge and resources, and then a lot of supportive and generous creators behind these channels as well. Scott definitely falls in line with that description, to say the least. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. There's Women Outdoors coming in as well. I'm just going to put them into the wheel in a quick second. Dutchfly 61 is coming up next. All right, we're back and looking at Dutchfly61, who received a gifted membership today. This is a Sky Watcher and somebody who's going to help us understand some of the things we're going to see that otherwise might be unexplained. They're here with us frequently and now officially on the road to 1K and getting dangerously close with only 23 subscribers left to go at 977. So I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them a little bit farther today. One of the reasons why I don't do the major push, like, you know, throw their number on the screen and say like, hey everybody, come on, let's go get them to 1,000, is because we're very focused here on connecting the right way. And if we move too fast here in this community, first of all, it doesn't work. We've tried many times. But secondly, we don't want somebody to get to 1,000 and then dip back below. It's better to just, you know, that we know they're going to get there any day now. So it's better that it just be organic. If anybody would like to connect to Dutchfly61, I'm sure they will be grateful. They're here with us frequently. They're definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. And then hopefully they'll bring us some new content again very soon. So let's spin the wheel. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now that we're in the second half of the stream. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like, maybe a slight bit longer. Challenging Kitchen and Feathered Friends Homestead have been added to the wheel, as they've been very active in the chat today. And I have a robot in the background called Bottissimo. I'm just going to show you for a second. And what this is keeping statistics in the background, not just of how long everybody's here, but how active they are in the chat. And for that reason, what happens is when I need a couple of names for the wheel, I'll add a couple based on what the robot is keeping track of. And like I said, it's always about how much you're interacting in the chat, much more than how long you're here. And then let's look at B&C, Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking, and see what they've got going on. They happen to be a member as well. They've been here since about the beginning of the stream. Botman rocks, yes. We use 4 robots here, by the way. We use Bottissimo, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Nightbot, of course, which is probably the most popular. I use all 4 for a couple of reasons. Each one has a specific strength for which I like to use them, but they also, you know, if one robot went down and you needed to pick up the slack with another one, you could. And then if you wanted to, you could do something like what I'm going to type in the chat here, which was lovingly named by our friend Coastal Waters, but when I type a command into the chat, I can make sure that the robots are showing up. So there's Nightbot, Stream Elements, Bottissimo, and hopefully Streamlabs is here as well. And that's just so that I know that they're working, because especially when you're monetized and thinking about promises you might be making due to memberships, you want to make sure that the robots are going to come through with what they're supposed to, or otherwise moderators can help you. One of the things I like about the robots is that they can keep, I say robots, but they're really known as chatbots. But what they can do is take some pressure off, because you don't need moderators to say, come on, follow our host on Twitter, follow them on Instagram. You can, and I'm sure they're happy to help, but Nightbot can do it, right? So if moderators if we take as much pressure off the moderators as possible, it gives them the opportunity to enjoy the stream as well. Here in Superchat, every moderator here is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. But my wish is for them to be able to enjoy the stream and meet new people and focus on growing their channel, and only have to worry about actual moderating tasks if we had something come in like trolling or spamming and things like that. And a lot of that is easily handled as well. So B&C Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking is here. They've got quite a few shorts videos. I'm just going to go to their videos tab. Hopefully they'll put up a new video shortly. And then as well, live streams are something. They just did a brand new one, so hopefully they'll have another one. I don't know why I missed that yesterday. Maybe it was just too late for me. And then they've been here with us frequently as well, and are approaching 1,200 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get them a little bit closer. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Life with Mountain Folk is here from Georgia, and they bring us a lot of outdoor content. They are really big fans of classic car shows, But they do a lot more on their channel as well. They have some relaxing videos. They expect to do some taste test challenge type things. Most of what they do is bringing us outdoors, especially in their Georgia area. But they also have a series here you see on their front page called Beyond Georgia. And this is where they take us out of their area to show us some of the other places that they like to visit. Now, I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. So you see car shows are first and foremost on this channel. And they've done a great job of dressing up their front page as well. YouTube gives us a lot of tools so that we can add things like playlists like this, so you can give people a real impression of what you're going to offer on your channel and present it in the way that you'd like. They've got 1,200 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're going to be thinking about. They take us other places. They're history buffs. They take them to museums. Food reviews is kind of what I'm talking about when I say taste test challenges. 2 car show videos this week are coming up from their channel as well. So we'll have some brand new content from them in the coming days for anybody that connects with them right now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long time here in the Tuber Chat family now. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up here. I've got to clean up the wheel a bit. I forgot to remove a name there. Songbits Laura's coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. Moesha's Empire, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But thank you for being here. Songbits Laura, let's see what you've got going on your channel for today. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Songbits Laura is here with 447 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 450 that they're thinking about right now, a little bit closer to 500. They'll be halfway on the road to the magical 1K. And then Songbits Laura, I'm just going to grab a happy birthday video that you've got coming up here. I don't know what pickleball is. I'm going to find out, I guess, on your channel here. This looks like an interesting game. I haven't heard of that before. And then crafts on this channel. When we get over here, we see crafting and creativity with our mind, body, and spirits. They want to create a community of connection and realness, chatting and networking, fun and laughter, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. So live streams are something that hopefully they'll continue. They put one up a month ago. Shorts videos are frequent here, and then videos they're doing well on putting these up usually once or twice a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're here with us just about every single day in Tuber Chat as well. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time when we're on, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Even if you're just coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up or let the stream run in the background. The Stock Explorer was on. You must have had an extended live stream too, because they were on before we started. I'm assuming they were on for about an hour and a half today. An hour. An hour. Okay, typically they're on for an hour. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. They happen to be in Florida. This is Nora that we see in the thumbnails here. And every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have their own channels, and they all do their own things, different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit their channels, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. So thank you one more time, the Stock Explorer, for your raid today. I really do appreciate that. And raiding is a wonderful thing that you can do. We try to do it here in Tuber Chat every day if we can, to send everybody somewhere, because you've already got a captive audience, right? And even if half of those people move on to the next stream, you could be giving anybody a head start of 5 or 10 or more viewers, right? The Stock Explorer always has a lively live stream, and they've really done an incredible job with consistency and building up. But Nora is also very personable. They bring us the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, and they do that through beginner tutorials from everything from beginner tutorials up to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. They bring a lot of shorts as well as videos and live streams. They often have product in hand. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream here. Sometimes there are charts and graphs to be seen, but more often it's friendly conversation with Nora, and they do a lot of StreamYard panels. They have other guests that come up. They're willing to join other people's StreamYard panels, and they've gotten into a couple of interviews. I was actually interviewed by the Stock Explorer, even though it's really a friendly conversation because we've known each other a long time now. But we did talk YouTube for about 2 hours, and you can find that on their channel. I'm going to hit Tropical Buzz here. This is their second channel, and this is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there and some of which they're going to grow. Being in Florida in the next couple of months, we expect them to start growing a lot more things. They've gotten involved in challenges and seed swaps with other creators, which is popular in the homesteading community of channels as well. Jedi Cameron is coming up right now. This was Hyper Blitz with a new name change, but we know them as Jedi Cameron now, and they bring a lot of video gameplay. They've mixed up a little bit of their content lately. And then when we look at Jedi Cameron, we see 153 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Obviously, we see some shorts videos here. They've started getting into a few talking head videos. Some of those are live streams as well. When we hit that page, we see a little bit of that and a lot of video gameplay. I'm going to take the latest stream replay and put that in my catch-up list for today. But they've also got some videos, and they're posting frequently, usually every single day. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Beverly Moffat, good to see you in the house. Macix team, good to have you here as well. Be Amazing Sylvia is coming up next, and I've been talking about this channel a bit today already. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Be Amazing Sylvia, we see almost 4,700 subscribers. Now, you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to 3,000 and beyond. Be Amazing Sylvia is actually inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat. She is one of a handful of creators that I talk about that were helping people grow their channels before Tuber Chat even started, and has been supportive. The biggest thing about this generosity, and you'll understand what I mean the way when I put it this way, but I had met these creators and I'd already had a channel, but Tuber Chat was not even a thought yet. And I came to Be Amazing Sylvia and a handful of other generous creators, and I said, I'm going to start a channel that does exactly what you do, and I'm going to call it Tuber Chat, and we're going to be a community, and this is all we're going to do. And they did not say, don't do that. Don't copy me. Go find your own thing. There's too many of us. Go find your own genre. People like Be Amazing Sylvia said, we'll help you build it. And they did. And so Tuber Chat had, I forget if it was 600 or 800 subscribers before we even started live streaming a couple of Aprils ago. 3 now. We're almost on 3 years. And I just think it's wonderful that Be Amazing Sylvia is still helping people grow. She is an original member of the Drop the Link Day crew. For those of you who remember, there was a group of about 7 creators that were constantly helping each other grow in that way. Now, she's got a video coming up. I'm just going to put the notification on for this. That's a live stream. She's going to talk about connecting with each other with shorts videos. She's got a lot of shorts of her own here. Her channel encompasses a lot of variety, so we get to know Be Amazing Sylvia through anything from haul videos to product reviews to growth streams and just about anything in the kitchen, outdoors. And then she's got a second channel here called Sylvia's Daily Positivity. This is where she brings us more motivation and inspiration, and hopefully everybody will connect with her on both channels. We'd love to push her towards the 300 she's thinking about here. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We'll look at his channel right now. He's here as a member and a moderator, and I know I've said it a couple of times, but every moderator here in Superchat is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have their own channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members in the same way that we do here in Superchat. I'm going to set my notification for a premiere that they've got coming on today. It will be shortly, about an hour after Superchat ends, actually. And then I'm just going to grab their latest video. I don't know how on earth I'm so behind. Sam's been posting every day. He's been just killing it lately. Even a couple videos in one day there. You'll find a lot of train videos on this channel. That could be of the trains themselves or the stations they depart from. He might be indoors or outdoors, either for a story to be told or for a look around. Sometimes Sam is taking a trip, and otherwise he's giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels. He comes to us from the UK. He also does a lot of live streaming, and what you'll find there are channel updates where we get a chance to get to know Sam, or he might be playing a game like Trivia, which is always very popular with his audience. So he's fully monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and I'm hoping we can push him towards the 1,800 subscribers that he's now thinking about. It makes me so happy because we have, all the moderators have been with us for a while, and we've got a lot of friends who've been with us for now a couple of years as well. But it makes me happy to see some of the numbers, because we remember, I get notifications now from Facebook posts that I've made. Well, when Facebook will tell you you have a memory to look back on from 4 years ago, and it will say, yeah, you got 11 subscribers that month. And it's wonderful because 11 subscribers in a month is a great thing to have. But there are a lot of creators who are far beyond that, that time in their channel journey now. And I just think it's wonderful because we can see the future. So when we have new creators coming into the system all the time, starting channels, it's so wonderful to know that we can already see all of the milestones and the fun things that are going to happen for creators. And it's wonderful that we have so many creators willing to support each other in a generous way. I know I say it all the time. Dylan the Chill 17, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The Gaming Ham is up right now. Another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've actually got a couple of channels. The Gaming Ham is an advocate for the ham radio community, and they also on their channel bring us a lot of gameplay. Therefore, they have the name The Gaming Ham. And they mix up the gameplay on their channel, and they also bring us some shorts now. They've expanded their content recently into some 3D printing. That prompted them actually to start a second channel. Now here they've got 267 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards 300. But I'm going to show you the 3D Printing Wolf 1. And I'm just going to put that in the chat because it's all one word. And you want to search that to find this creator. They'll come up right away if you spell that right. Paralife TV, Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja. Good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend as well. And then when we look at the 3D Printing Wolf 1, we see 18 subscribers. And I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They've expanded their 3D printing content onto this channel. They might mix that up as well. John Paul, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a longtime friend that does a lot of live streaming as well and likes helping people with their YouTube journey. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are here. This is a couple of creators that are really aggressively working on their channel. They are constantly looking at the analytics, thinking about things they can do to improve, supporting other channels, and working on things like thumbnails, video production, titles, tags, and all the different things we talk about here. They are also advocates for running playlists. So if anybody here in the chat right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs now is getting close to 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. And it's a typical family vlog channel, but I think you'll be impressed with their video editing skills. And that's in basically all of their vlogs, not just their year ends, but I was really impressed with what they did with those. I've got their latest video on my catch-up list right now, but you'll also catch them for live streams. Hopefully I'll catch them again. I know you did one yesterday. I don't know why I missed that, but hopefully I'll catch one of these again soon. They've got some shorts videos as well, and like I said, they will be advocates for helping others with their playlists as well. Yeah, Dylan the Chill 17, we mix up the days and times of our live streams so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We used to have a set schedule of, at least for days, of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but my work schedule changes in the cold weather months, which is for us December, January, February, and March. So I'm able to be here on different days and times now. And therefore, we've been doing some streams in the week. So right now, we're aiming for once every other day. So Monday, you know, obviously today we're going to try for Wednesday, and then a late night Friday stream, unless things change. We'll be back on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and continue the cycle. And then Eddie Lugo Studios is up here right now. This is another supportive creator. I see them out supporting others all the time. This creator has 831 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 we know they're thinking about. They're bringing us more travel and particularly cruising. But the biggest thing about Eddie Lugo Studios is the fact that I see them out supporting other creators all the time. So when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I've run into them constantly, and I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other. So I hope you'll connect with them and get some of that support coming back to you as well. They've been here almost every day since finding Superchat, and that's getting on a couple of months now. Let me just hit their latest video. I've got that in my catch-up list. They've got some premieres coming. Oh, sorry, live streams coming up. Yes, they do a lot of live streaming. Hopefully I'll catch them for one of these again. It's been about a week since I caught the last one. But again, in the cold weather months, I'm able to be on YouTube a little bit more. So one of the things I can tell everybody is, you know, it gets harder as time goes on. As you're following more and more creators, it gets more difficult to support everybody as much as we all might like, because we'd love to catch every video and every live stream that everybody's going to do. But what you can know is that as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. Pardon me just for a second. I'm just talking through the house here. I'm asking Kristen to make a coffee for me. She works in the weekdays, so she can't be in Tuber Chat. But my voice is struggling. We got to make it another hour here.
I'm just leaving this closed a bit in case I come back.
At least a half an hour anyway. Moesha's Empire still in the house. Thank you for being here. Buddha of Destiny Namaste. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Buddha of Destiny Namaste has been with us from the beginning. I think they came into Tuber Chat right after we started, almost 3 years ago now. And it's wonderful to see creators that are supporting all this time. Purple Tube's been here for over 2 years. All of our moderators have been here over 2 years. The only exception, I think, is the Stock Explorer, and they've been here, I think, even almost that long. But this is an example, you know, of what you can expect on your channel. People like Makeup Mom and Son that are absolutely willing to support you in all of the generous ways that I talk about here, you know, over years of time. Makeup Mom and Son's been with us over 2.5 years now, and 1,800 subscribers she's got. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,900 she's thinking about. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she started with makeup and beauty and continues to this day. There's a lot of get ready with me type videos. She does incredibly with series. She's done Halloween, a video a day, Christmas, the Vlogmas, a video every day. She does a ton of product reviews, some taste test challenges, some mukbang style almost reviews at times. But one of the things that Makeup Mom and Son has done so generously is had the forefront of her mind set on changing up the content for our audience. One of the examples that she really enjoys monthly subscription boxes, things like FabFitFun or BoxyCharm, but she's mixed these up so that even though she's doing unboxing and haul videos, the audience or the viewers have something different to see all the time. She also does a ton of live streaming. She's had StreamYard panels. I've joined her. She's willing to hop in on other people's StreamYard panels often as well. And she's done some interviews where she introduces us to more creators, some that are familiar faces, some will be introduced to for the first time. Even I've been interviewed by her, and you can find that on her channel as well. Now, all of the moderators here in Superchat are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you get to their channels, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members in the same way that we do here. Holly's Adventures, I've got you on the wheel. Thank you for coming in. And Kaden Plays It is up here right now. This is the channel belonging to the son of Makeup Mom and Son. She's got some shorts videos with Kaden here, as well as some unboxings, product reviews, and some video gameplay, especially Roblox and Minecraft. And 44 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can encourage this young creator by pushing them a little farther on their road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Holly's Adventures, look at that luck. You just came in, I put you on the wheel right away, and you're coming up right away. We never know how long it's going to take once somebody's on the wheel, of course, right? So Holly's Adventures is coming up right now. This is another channel that's a new friend to TuberChat just within the last couple of months, but they're here with us frequently. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. 353 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. They've got some shorts videos here, as well as they're uploading frequently, a few times a week. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They were recently on a cruise and have been uploading a lot of that content for us as well. But Holly's Adventures is also going to get into some gameplay, as you can see, and they mix up the gameplay on their channel. A lot of Final Fantasy, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Yeah, the weightlifting geek started with fitness. They've actually gotten into a lot more motivating content. They help creators connect, and they bring us a lot of motivation and inspiration on their channel, but there's a lot of fitness there as well. Motivation from the weightlifting geek's been a dear friend for a long time. I've got them on the wheel. We'll be looking at their channel at some point. Lisa J. Stocks is here right now with 302 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with our finances, particularly with investing. And the idea is that if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that we've got coming in, whether it's from YouTube and our other businesses or otherwise, wouldn't it be a wonderful world? So Lisa J. Stocks is talking about right now putting money to work in a recession. You know, the news keeps talking about a recession coming. I think we've been in it for a while now. But Lisa J. Stocks will help us make sense of a lot of different aspects of investing. Dollar cost averaging is an idea. Dividend stocks are something I think everybody should know about. Even if you're not going to invest in particular financial products like mutual funds or stocks or precious metals or different things, I think it's important that everybody has as much financial information as possible so that we can all make educated decisions, because money, like food, is something we all have to deal with, right? It's not like, you know, some of the courses in school. If you're not going to be an electrician, you may not be interested in electricity. If you're not going to be a plumber, you may not be interested in that. But money and, you know, things like cooking and home economics are things we all have to deal with. Coach Mary Ma is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. I also see both Coach Mary Ma and Lisa J. Stocks out supporting other creators as well. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Coach Mary Ma has got a monetization celebration coming up, and that's actually going to be today. And that's going to be basically right after Tuber Chat. We expect to be done within the next half hour to 45 minutes, but we will look at the idea of possibly sending a raid over there. And then Coach Mary Ma is somebody who's bringing us motivation and inspiration in a bit of a different way. They talk about being a reset coach, and the idea is trying to help people become the best version of themselves. The idea, of course, become limitless and unstoppable, and this is how they help us through both videos and live streams like the one we're going to see. They just did one not too long ago. They hit their 1,000 subscribers and got the watch hours right away. Bonnie Rose, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Dylan the Chill 17. I always wonder about gaming channels because even I enjoy gaming. Actually, I have a new video that's going to come up in a couple of weeks now that is of one of the classic Sega consoles. And thank you. I love you. I have really enjoyed like Grand Theft Auto and other games like, you know, Xbox and this and that. I don't make nearly enough time to play right now. But I still wonder, we all wonder about different ideas, whether we're going to do them or not, right? And I think about like, I wonder if I should do some gaming, or, you know, you could do a gaming channel. And even as somebody who's not great, like I haven't been playing very much at all. If I was to go now, I don't remember any of the cheats and stuff like that. You know, you have to do all the number or controller combinations, button combinations and things like that. But I wonder if somebody was to start from the beginning, you know, if you could already had a small audience, you'd have people come into your videos and they help you, right? I see this a lot of time in gaming content where people are like, hey, there's a thing over there, you're gonna miss it, or like you should do this level before that level, or, you know, you barely know what I'm not explaining it the right way, but you know what I mean when I say it. But anything's possible. Just Jason Keto is a generous creator, absolutely willing to help others grow their channels, but they actually talk about healthy eating and healthy living on their channel, particularly wrapped around a keto diet. What I find most compelling about this channel is the fact that Just Jason Keto will go a step further. When we look in grocery stores and health food stores and things like that, you'll find a lot of products that are, you know, marked keto. It's an easy way to kind of draw in, I think, with marketing, the idea. Just Jason Keto is going to help us make sense of a lot of this stuff, but also show us some tips, tricks, and I like to say hacks for how to get more value out of some of the things that we might find and want to add into a keto-based diet. They're doing a lot of interviews lately, which is great to see. So that's a generous thing that anybody can do. When you collaborate on somebody else's channel, you're almost guaranteed to gain more subscribers by doing it. But I believe you're generously helping the host of the channel by changing the content, changing the dynamic of the content while you're there. Isaac Blue, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Purple Tube is coming up next. We'll see what they've got going on. Like I said, this is another creator who's been with us for over 2 years. Could be closer to 2.5 now. Purple Tube is somebody who wants to help you with your YouTube journey as well, but they have a lot of variety on their channel. Almost 2,100 subscribers now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, just a meditation video, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. You can see from the banner they're talking about vlogs, good vibes, randomness, relaxation videos, and much more. It certainly is. I've caught them for live streams. It's been a little while. Hopefully they'll pick those back up. but they've also got some shorts videos here, and it's good to see that some of these have got some serious activity as well. Purple Tube otherwise is going to bring us pure variety, and they've chopped up their front page into a lot of ideas for us to be able to see as well. Just going to have a look at this second channel. This is Danny Green. I'm not sure if they're still active here or if they're going to continue with this channel, but we'll see. But this is a second channel from this creator. I'm going to connect with it now. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm just going to take their latest video, even though it's a few months old. I'm going to put that into my watch later list, and after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that Calm Your Mind video, and then I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on, and then I'll have Purple Tube on both of her channels. Feathered Friends Homestead is up right now, and this creator was added to the wheel from our chat list based on being so active today. They've got 125 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 130 that they're thinking about. A lot of shorts videos that we see here. Some of these are really starting to pick up, which is great. I'm going to grab video. I'm going to grab not your latest one, but the one before that, because it's a little bit longer. I'll get you an extra couple of watch minutes there, but I'm going to grab this, starting their tomato seeds. This is interesting because when starting out growing things, I don't know anything about it at all. But I'm learning now from some of our homesteading friends. Like I said earlier in the stream, Hope Bus is a channel that's well known here. They're neighbors. They're only about a half an hour away, still here in Canada in the Niagara area. They literally put a basil plant and a tomato plant in our hands and said, here, you got to get started with this. So I'm curious to see what you're going to do with these, but I've got this in my catch-up list now. And then Feathered Friends Homestead is a channel I'm still getting to know. They're in rural, Colorado. They love farming, gardening, cooking, baking, canning, and home preserving. And then they raise a lot of feathered friends. They hatch and breed a lot of breeds of chickens and other poultry. They raise meat birds as well as supply 4-H kids with a lot of show birds, which is really cool as well. So I'm looking forward to learning about that as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is coming up right now. Like I said, it was fitness first with this channel, but lately they've been bringing us a lot more motivation and inspiration, particularly in live streams. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Phasio to Phase King, good to see you in the house. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they've got a lot of channel recognition on the front of the page. I'm just going to grab a video that they've got here, the latest one, Spread Shop merchandise, and then they've got a lot of shorts. Some of these have done extremely well, you can see, and then live streams are where we see them most often. I've been lucky to catch them frequently on these, and this is where we get the motivation. But this particular creator brings us a lot of fitness as well, and then now almost 2,300 subscribers. Mama of French Girls, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. We're going to go on another break for about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and we're going to look at GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. We're back in 3 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel. Ashley, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I added a few more names onto the wheel. Oh, yeah, thank you. The Bullock Experience, they happen just to be working right now, but I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. I know we got a few people who do that for us all the time. You know, I know not everybody can be here every day or every time we stream for hours on end. Like I keep saying, it gets harder as time goes on to support everybody as much as we all might like. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. But, you know, the good thing is we've got a large community now of people willing to support each other in all the ways we talk about, which is great. So I added some names to the wheel. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina, Yellow Shirt Dad, Wayne's World Unlimited, and Tiny Twist Resin Creations are on the wheel. GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel has been a longtime friend. She happens to be live right now, but that's okay. She's got almost 1,500 subscribers. She was here in the chat with us earlier. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos. It's a short one, but sometimes she's in the kitchen. Sometimes she is just having a live stream where we're getting to know her. She's always encouraging, always warm and welcoming. She's a powerhouse of energy and positivity. You can see that she talks about health blogs, inspiration, positive talks, entertainment. The conversation can go just about anywhere once we get to her channel. She's been a dear friend for a very long time, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody we're still getting to know. They've been with us just about every single day since finding us. Now what's getting on, I think, just under a couple of months ago, but 230 subscribers, and this is a creator that's bringing us a lot of shorts. Some of these are getting some real activity, which is great. In their videos, we see a bit of variety. Joke of the day, so we're going to get some fun with this creator, some comedy that's going to come along with it, a little bit of variety in taking us outdoors as well, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. Dave Collier Camping is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. I'm just going to spin the wheel, and Trish the Natural will come up right now. This is a creator that's going to talk to us about natural hair care and things like wigs and weaves, but really tips, tricks, tutorials that we can use, products as well when it comes to natural hair care more than anything else. You'll be impressed by the presentation on this channel also. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Trish the Natural now has 662 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for the 100 thumbs up now. I really do appreciate that. We hit it almost every day here in Tuber Chat now. It's always an exciting milestone to reach, though. Trish the Natural, look at the presentation here. Bright, bold headshots make this creator recognizable, but when I roll over the videos, you can see that this is a dynamic creator that's really like giving a wonderful example on the thumbnails of what we're going to expect when we get there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her, and you can see that this presentation and the professional look of her thumbnails has been there for months upon months upon months upon months, and they have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. They've got some shorts videos that are starting to get some action, which is great as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Oh, Wayne's World Unlimited is enjoying Yellow Shirt Dad, which is great. Woman Outdoors is coming up next. See, I got to be honest, I run more videos than I watch, right? I run a lot of playlists every week. At the height, on a really good week, I can get up to over 300 videos. And how that's done is by running 2 playlists of 25 videos a day for 7 days, right? 50 videos a day for 7 days, 350 at the most, not including live streams and premieres though that I try to get into live. Now I'm not saying I do that every week, but I on the best weeks I'm able to get that far, and but that involves a lot of running videos, not watching. I watch as much as I can, but I work on a computer. If I can watch and listen, I do, but if I'm editing a video or something, which is a lot of the time, then I have to just run them. But this is why I say, like, even after watching 5 or 10 videos, I'm still getting to know some creators. But now I'm looking forward to sitting and watching a couple videos from Yellow Shirt Dad, especially after getting a endorsement like that. Woman Outdoors is a creator I've been lucky to watch a good handful of videos from, and that includes live streams. I've hung out with her a couple of times at least, because Woman Outdoors has a really compelling channel, and the reason why I say that is because she involves a lot of outdoor activities, from bushcraft to fishing to outdoor cooking and camping, and now has gotten into a lot of product reviews as well. And she's in the Erie, Pennsylvania area, which is actually only a few hours away from me, but able to bring us all 4 seasons, which means the extreme cold, the extreme heat, the sun, the wind, the rain, and everything in between. You can see here's an example of a snowstorm from earlier this year. I think that was in November, and she gave us a look at what had happened there. We share weather actually in this area for the most part. Now, Scratch and PPA and a few other fellow Canadians got pummeled with the storm of the year, and I missed it by about an hour. I'm in Niagara, and only an hour and a half away we didn't get it. It was really something else. But for the most part, we share a lot of the same weather. But you'll see what I'm talking about. So Woman Outdoors is going to bring us outdoors, and they really do a lot of camping in some really interesting places as well. Sometimes they've got these friendly conversations going on, but they also are willing to hop in on other people's StreamYard panels. They've got a few shorts videos for us to see, but then, like I said, when we dig through their videos, we see between the product reviews a lot of outdoor education here. Camping, look, they're taking us interesting places, showing us some of the things that they'll use or do. You know, a video like this I always expect to get quite a few eyeballs on, because meat on a grill is something that seems to do well with shorts. I think Andre Southgate did a few of those, if I'm not mistaken. I think Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek was doing a bit of that as well. Corinne's Life is coming up right now. Another fellow Canadian. I didn't check in with her to see how the weather was over there. She's in Nova Scotia, so many more hours away from where I am in Ontario, Canada. But Corinne's Life's been a dear friend for a long time, well over 2.5 years. She's been a member and a moderator here for just about as long as well. She's at 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. I'm going to grab another one of her videos. I see I'm behind with a few people. I noticed with Sam, I'm behind like 4 or 5 videos now. I'm just putting Corinne's Life's video, Last Day Food Haul combination video, into my catch-up list there. She's fully monetized. We can support her with super chats and memberships when we get there. This channel really does encompass everything that is Corinne's Life. We get travel, we get vlogs, we get haul videos, and we get friendly conversation and a lot of live streams. But she happens to be a small business owner as well. She runs Lighthouse and Anchor Designs, and she produces merchandise like the mugs that I'm holding in my hand here, as well as hats and shirts and Christmas ornaments and just about anything that can be printed. So it's wonderful that we get a behind-the-scenes look at how the merchandise is made and get to understand the value of that merchandise, but then as well we can use this creator as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses. Unstable TV is coming up. They've actually got 2 channels here, so let me get them onto the screen. Unstable TV come to us from Ireland, and they have got a wonderful chemistry between the two of them. They've been experimenting with a lot of reaction videos for a long time and just have had some wild growth. Every time I look at their channel, they're farther than they were the last time we saw them. We see them now at 19.7. They are so close to 20,000 subscribers. They generously are willing to share knowledge about how they have experienced this growth with other creators. When we look at their videos, you can see some of these are just out of control. When I click on popular, like 200,000 here, 180, almost 100,000 on a few of these other videos. And then they've got shorts as well. Now they've expanded into a second channel. Here they're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But if I look at Unstable TV Shorts, we get to see what they're doing here, experimenting with shorts videos as well. And some of these are really starting to pick up 5,000 here And let me just have a quick look at what they've got going on here. Yeah, 11,000, 9,000, 6,000. So they're doing well with experimenting, and they share that knowledge with other creators as well. I'm hoping to get together with them soon, where we'll do an interview style video where they've graciously offered to share that knowledge with creators so that we can all get an idea of what it takes to get to 10,000 subscribers and beyond, now that they're almost double that. And Tiny Twist Resin Creations is coming up for the first time. So thank you for being here again. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Wayne's World Unlimited is coming up right now, and this is another creator we're seeing for the first time, but thank you for being so active in the chat. One of the hints here in Tuber Chat is a lot of focus is put on conversation, because when you visit a channel of any kind for a live stream or a premiere and you engage in true conversation, you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, and that can be a great service for any host in getting their content pushed out a little bit farther. So I really appreciate it here. It's the key to getting channels on the screen. Those who are most active for the longest period of time are the ones who get put on the screen before anybody else. We get through as many channels as we can in a 2.5 hour period here. Sometimes we extend when we have to. But for today, we're going to go in a few minutes here. We've still got a few channels to go through. I'm going to leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes, but I'm also going to pin a link right now for a raid we're going to go and do. Now, this live stream is not scheduled to start for another half hour, but Coach Mary Ma has been a dear friend for a long time, and she likes to help others in a lot of different ways. But she is monetized now, so her monetization celebration is coming up in half an hour. So I've pinned the link. Anybody can go over there anytime. The live chat's already running. Otherwise, we'll go and raid over there together in about 10 minutes. Wayne's World Unlimited, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your 11-minute video here, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here 3 or 4 days a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We saw Sam's Likes Trains and More earlier. We're going to spin the wheel and see who comes up next. And the Life of Sweet Angel Christina is coming up. I wonder if Scratch and PPA is wondering the same thing as me. Scratch and PPA is always in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. He's here every single day for hours at a time. He's been here over 500 times, if you can imagine, as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least, a beloved and dedicated moderator. And we're going to see what's going to happen now after 2.5 hours of waiting on the wheel. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina is another creator who's made frequent appearances here. I'm still getting to know their content. I'm just going to grab their Storytime Part 2 video, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a wonderful tool for that reason. If anybody right now would like to swap playlists here in the chat with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Maybe I shouldn't have said something because I was expecting to use the word save the best for last there. But Scratch and PPA is up right now. Challenging Kitchen is still on the wheel. And then Scratch and PPA's got over 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 they're thinking about. Like I said, this is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, but he's a dear friend to me, has been for a very long time, and goes way over and above anything I could describe when it comes to generosity. If you can imagine somebody supporting you over 500 times on one channel for hours every time, that's just a small example of what Scratch and PPA's done. He supports every channel that I know and touch, and he seems to be everywhere all the time. On his channel, he brings an interesting twist to lottery ticket scratching, where he pits two tickets against each other, and we get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Shark Gaming Squad with Jory, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel because you happen to be a member, of course. Scratch and PPA premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. I've got my notifications on for that now, and you're going to find a live chat there that rolls even faster than Superchat. Faster than most you've seen, and I believe that that's because of the support that Scratch and PPA gives to so many other people. It makes it very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of, but you'll be able to meet more friends and family members the same way that you do here. Scratch and PPA as well has incredible presentation on his channel, perfect consistency, posting a video every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail for well over 2 years now. And you'll notice that his banner is updated every week to match the thumbnails, which also match his bright, beautiful avatar. His video editing skills have also been complimented ever since posting his first video well over 2.5 years ago. Challenging Kitchen is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on, and if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm going to drop the link one more time for Coach Mary Ma here. If anybody wants to hop over there earlier, she is celebrating her monetization right now, and we'll be starting her live stream in about 20 minutes. Challenging Kitchen has 526 subscribers. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video and put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, which should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually 3 or 4 days a week, where we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Right now we're on a roll for once every other day, so I expect to be here on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then we'll restart the cycle. And then Shark Gaming Squad with Jory is somebody who recently changed their name, but they're a longtime friend. 453 subscribers. They've got some shorts on their front page, a live stream here from a little while ago. If you're connecting with this creator, I know this is a longer video, but I would like to encourage everybody to use this, because we always want to be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes or longer. We want to watch those videos from beginning to end, but this will be the right video to connect with this creator. We don't want to use shorts because it's too much possible that we could lose our connections by watching videos that are too short. So forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today, but thank you everybody for hanging out. We've been here over 2.5 hours again. My voice is just about had it for today. I will refresh and replenish and be ready for Wednesday. Sorry, I can't get my head straight on what day we're on. It's Monday today. We'll be back on Wednesday, and then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with each other. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that everybody can clean up our connections here, but I've pinned the link for Coach Mary Ma. I'll drop it one more time so that everybody can come over there and help one of our generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters celebrate her monetization celebration. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.